Cheers, mates. Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me. Yesterday wasn't good. We don't even have anything positive to discuss. What we're going to do positively is just lift up some optimism out into the world. Today's our day. Today's our day. It's Friday. We're feeling good. You're feeling good. The weather's great. Ballparks are looking sharp. I mean, why is today not the day that we change our lives? We don't need to talk about the past. We have our eye on the future. Thumbs up, smiles only positivity in today's episode. Are we good with that? Sign up for Novig if you haven't. Here's the slate. We got one early game today, and it's in Chicago, and it's a classic day at Wrigley Field. The wind is blowing out, the temperatures are warm, and the pitching's not great, which means it gets a green Park Plus rating from me. Julio Rodriguez, Randy Arozarena, Michael Busch, and Kyle Tucker are all leans. I've given you a lot of plays today, and the amount of plays does not necessarily mean I need you to go out and shell out your bucks for these dudes. All it means is, here's who I like. You can make the decision outside of that. Game in Pittsburgh, I do not love. For the Pittsburgh perspective, DeGrom is pitching for Texas. He's been sharp as of late, but the conditions are good. O'Neal Cruz at 390 and Adam Frazier at 18-1. A little bit of a long shot, It's a very big long shot. Then Evan Carter at 740. Again, good conditions, but pitching scares me off a little bit. If I was betting these, if I was fully in, I would probably stay off of this game. Do I have a hole in my shirt? I have a hole. Holes. Triple holes in my shirt. I'd stay away from the game, but those are the guys that if I was forced to play it, I would probably bet. Game in Tampa Bay, I maybe need to temper my expectations with these Tampa Bay stadiums. I've given it green the last few days, and it's not been excellent. There was a day where Baltimore went kind of wild, but it's been mediocre at best. There's a rain risk as well. I would look at left-handed batters on Tampa Bay. And for Detroit, I think anybody is in play, maybe even Gleyber Torres or Spencer Torkelson here. I have unofficially given you Colt Keith and Riley Green, Josh Lowe and Brandon Lau. But again, I think this is a good spot. The pitching's not fantastic. Flaherty hasn't been polished, and Shane Baz has been pretty bad. Take the Z, hold the Z, add the D. You know what I mean? Not good. Shane bad. So a couple plays there. Game in New York. Crazy that I'm betting into a New York team that has looked stuck offensively. But I think Max Fried is going to bring something to this Baltimore team that they're not going to handle well. They just traveled from Tampa Bay. They come up to New York. They're facing a lefty. We know that their dominance in their lineup is usually with their left-handed batters, and we got lefty on lefty. I don't like it for Baltimore today. For New York, their prices are pretty poor, but if I had to play anybody, it'd be Jazz and Cody Bellinger. Full fade of Baltimore. Game in Toronto. Spencer Turnbull is starting for Toronto, but he will not pitch more than 2 or 3 innings, I wouldn't imagine. So it's hard to get a read on the Sox. That's why they're purple. I'm just leaving them alone. George Springer and Addison Barger, both at 5-1 on Camby, are good prices. Miami is not a place that I'm optimistic about. Bizarre pitching. 2 minor league guys come up. Just not enough data on these guys to make an informed lucky guess, we'll call it, because I'm starting to realize that these home runs are luck. We talked about it in the comments yesterday of the video. There's just a lot of luck involved with home runs. I think we can kind of you might be able to get a good read, but I'm starting to wonder if there's truly, it's just so volatile. Olsen and Sanchez would be my leans. I wouldn't play it. Game in Philly, I think, is good. Wheeler hasn't been unbeatable, so I think you can target some New York lefties. Brandon Nimmo's the only guy that I'm really looking at. Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh at 8 and 7.5-1 are leans, but I think you could get 3 to 4 home runs in this one, so pick and choose your spots wisely. Game in St. Louis. I really think St. Louis has an edge here. Money line or first 5. I like right-handed batters in total, and I just think St. Louis will come to play. I don't like a lot of these Cincinnati Reds bats in their matchup against Palente today. So Tyler Stevenson, if he starts at catcher, 820 is pretty good. Only guy I have a feel for, Wilson Contreras at 620 and Pedro Pajes at 8-1 are my leans. Given Minnesota, I couldn't find a guy that I liked. Milwaukee just does not crank, and I think Minnesota will struggle against Milwaukee's pitcher today, who's finally making his start, even though I thought he was supposed to start yesterday and he didn't. So I'm just staying away from this one. So there'll probably be 8 home runs. Game in Colorado, I'm a little hesitant here, although it is a Coors Field situation and the weather looks good. Pitching doesn't look fantastic. Both of these teams are coming off the road. The total's pretty high at 12. I'd lean under on that total. I think this could be a sluggish game. I'm still going to give you 4 plays because it is Coors, Randall Grichuk, and what do we call this? Revenge game? Used to play for Colorado. Tim Tawa at 520, Ryan McMahon 460, and Michael Tolia at 445. Last games of the night, we have the game in LA coming from New York yesterday all the way to LA. Houston's been out west. Pena and Altuve, I think, are priced really well at those numbers in this park. I think Houston bats, any of them are in play. Hunter Brown's pitching for the Astros, so strong right-hander against a team in LA that puts a lot of right-handers out. Just not interested. I don't see too much happening good for the Angels. Game in San Diego, I'm not fond of this park. I think it's a red park. I think you get 1 or 2 home runs. If I had to pick 1 or 2 guys who do it, it's one of these guys here. Jack Caglione. Yes, I know, guys. We missed it. We've been on him, and we missed it. Sorry. Vinny Pasquantino, Tatis, and Cronenworth. Game in Oakland is a green rating. I like this one, again, as do most people in this park. Let it fly. Oakland left-handed batters are totally in play here, and there's plenty of them to choose from. I've gone with Kurtz and Butler. Angel Martinez and David Fry are my leans for Cleveland. Martinez at 870 is a pretty darn good price. Game in L.A. is red. Crazy enough. I know the conditions are great. The park is great. It's the most home run hit. Like, I'm a fool, right? But I think Washington's bats are in turmoil, and against a lefty, I don't love them. And I think Mackenzie Gore, I know Mackenzie Gore is the best pitcher for Washington, so he's got to bring it tonight in LA if they want to have a chance. I'll take the Hernandez twins that are not related at all, Teoscar and Enrique, otherwise known as Kiki Hernandez, 450 and 700 on Profit X. I would lean the under 8 on the total here. There's a world where LA gets going crazy and starts putting up runs and has some success, and maybe they bust the 8 on their own, but I just do not see Washington doing much here at all. So take that information as you will. Last game of the night, we got the revenge spot. First time Devers faces his old team. So, of course, come on. I'm not passing this up. I hate it. I don't think he's hitting one, but I want to put it on the sheet. Don't play it. Devers, 4-1. Mike Yastrzemski, 640. Again, don't play those. Let's look at some official plays. We do have King of the Diamond today on DraftKings. If I was allowed to play, which you can see I'm not because you have to put $5 down. My max is $1.52. I would play Bellinger, Colt Keith, Tolia, Pena, and JJ Bleday. Make sure Bleday starts. He may not start, so just be careful there. If he does not start, I would pick another guy from Oakland. We have a 25% boost on DraftKings. I'm taking the Yankees, the Cardinals, the Astros, and the under 12 in Arizona and Colorado. And then also on FanDuel, we got a lot of promos today. 30% boost. I'm going Colt Keith and Jeremy Pena. Now, we got a few days left before our sabbatical is up. Our only playing parlay, our promos is up, and we'll figure out what we're going to do at that point in time. But go get them today. Have fun. Good luck. And we will see you tomorrow.